Hello friends, this is Tattoo Shop Talk. We have the charming Uldis with me. This is a weekly web show about random chit-chats and conversations that happen in tattoo shops. It's like a bar talk with refreshing beverages. And we talk about regular things that we talk all the time in tattoo shops, and we bringing them to you via medium of YouTube and global network. So let's start. Today we will talk about tattoo conventions. Tattoo convention. What is tattoo convention, my friend?
It's an exhibition of tattoos, of tattoo artists, of
Shops and stuff.
yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't know much about them. I've been to few, so all of them are different. So
from a point of view of tattooist, what is tattoo convention for you?
just having fun, meeting other tattooers, and if you're into winning prizes and you think it's like that's the thing that will get you further in life, maybe yes. And if you are a tattooist with some prizes, I think it's well for a regular client that could be like, oh, my tattooist won some prizes, so must be good.
I had it a couple of times when customers, they're like, okay, we want this tattoo and blah blah blah, and they're like, are you good? What do you answer? But then I'm like, look, we are multiple award-winning studio, and they're like, oh yeah, oh sorry, yeah.
But
that's
you also can just print them out.
Yeah,
and
like
just tell shit like that.
It's wall decorations, but
Yeah.
they work, you know. Okay, and if you are not tattooist, what is tattoo?
Tattoos?
Yeah, if you're like enthusiast, you're like, I see tattoo convention, I like tattoos, I'll go there. What will I see?
Well, if you're like a tattoo collector, London Tattoo Convention comes in mind. A lot of hundreds of high-end tattooers out there.
No, London Tattoo Convention comes in mind in Europe by any means.
Yeah.
Like, you collector, enthusiast, tattooist.
Yeah, it's like all of it is there.
It's a big daddy convention.
If you're a tattooist or not, or you like tattoos and you want to get good quality tattoos, just go there.
Or you want to see how good quality tattoos look.
Yeah. If you're a customer, yeah. I don't know. If you like cheese and wine, you go to cheese and wine exhibitions and you taste bunch of cheese. Okay, in tattoo conventions you can't get
you can see
tattoo samples, but you can see different kind of styles.
It's like a custom car show.
Traditional, yeah. Like you
can see
just
these guys can
find
do
and pick different tattoo artists. I guess
these dudes can take this Mazda and turn into that.
yes.
So it's that kind of thing.
By Mazda mean
It's
your ass.
yeah.
They can turn your ass into
It's this part of your body.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of conventions. Tell me, my friend, what's the difference between them? Because there's like everyone's like, yeah, London, Milano, Brighton, and then it's like, oh,
Those are the good
the
ones.
Strussenschnaben convention, which is happening.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah. Every third week or so.
Maybe bad conventions are good as well. So you can see the crap that's going on.
Yeah,
But they're dumb people as well, so they will think that it's a good tattoo. I don't know. I've been to few bad. The guys who made the convention, he's a black and gray artist who nominated himself and he won the best of the show. But he was the guy who made it. So it's like,
let's rewind this back to those shop with multiple awards when you can say to the customer, we won the award, we're the best thing. So you have to know where and how they won, because there's also conventions that are made just to give out prizes, cash in all that fees and stuff like that. Because
I was in one convention. It was Brighton. I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know. So there was a guy from Ink Master. It's a TV show.
okay.
And he didn't the best of the show or best of the day, the guy was just sitting there and chatting. Like the guys who were comparing all the jury, they were just hanging out with that guy because he was kind of famous and blah blah blah. And he didn't really do anything, and he won the competition with heeled neckpiece, and was like, okay, I understand now how it works. You know?
Yeah, I think in conventions, like, what's weird that you can bring in old pieces. I think it should be like, you know, I work here now. I can show you what I can do at this moment and all that. Like,
that would make sense.
Okay, like
back. Or if you finish a back piece or a sleeve.
Like,
I finished this on this day, and blah blah blah.
Otherwise, like, you somehow, like, your hand slipped, beginner's luck. You succeeded with this one sleeve. You drag it around.
Or it could be the other way, like you did a sleeve so good, and you go to all the conventions you can, you win prizes. And then some convention you lose. Someone made better. So maybe it's like it just grows, you know, someone made it better. So you're not as good.
But that heeled pieces stuff, like, also I was talking to one guy organizing convention, and he said there were people who, like, brought their best sleeve, and then they're like, we'll scratch some black there, black there, black there. Like, oh, look, we finished it today. Like, so we nominated best of the day. They're like, no.
At the same Brighton convention, there was a guy with a skull, like sleeve and body skull that you need to stand like that. So he told me that he did solid black parts 4 times. I don't think it's necessary just to make it black. Correction, people, don't cost it.
Yeah, because Brighton is also like Brighton, London. I think there's some conventions with that you don't fuck with, because they're like there's many conventions that they're like, we will just get anyone who pays us money, and them conventions are like Brightons and all that stuff. They're a bit more exclusive. Like, you have to be recommended and all that. So I think they take their shit a bit more serious.
It's business. It's business.
Yeah, but it's a business, and you can see, like, I remember in London, not the big London convention, but there's, let's say, other convention, and we went with the shop.
And if you work in one convention, you can't really work in another convention because you worked in that convention. Like, it's.
But that convention, when we went with the shop, and there was this guy who just started to work in a shop, and he was super excited. He's like, we're going to convention, like. I don't think he was even taking a part, but he's like, I'm with the shop and I want to see all the people. And then he walked around, he came back, he was like, Juris, you have convention level tattoos. Because there was some dude so, like, fucking basic that it's like, why you are even on a convention? Like, you know, if people have this impression that people on a convention, like, note that I was just starting to trying tattoos, you know. Because, like, people expect, like, oh, if this guy is on a convention, he's serious. But in some conventions, you just pay money and you get in there. Like, it's lucky if they ask for your license or something, you know? And I was, like, such a shit tattooist, and you look and you're like, oh my god, these people are on a convention. And people are walking around and thinking that this is a standard.
The first convention I've been doing, like at the beginning, I was doing work. Like, I felt like it was a marketplace because people were just coming, and I felt that they were just looking for a cheapest price to finish their tattoo or to fix it up or to cover up. It was kind of, you know, oh, what can you do? I have like 200 pounds. What can you do with this? Like, oh, this? Okay, I will go to see what the other guy.
Yeah, like, give me your deal. Yeah, I think it's also like that issue in the smaller places. Because it's like, it's not a convention, well, it's also a convention for the people who are interested in that stuff, but also that place, that city, or whatever you call it, that place is so small that there's that one building where every weekend there's like, last Sunday there was a horse show, next weekend there was like a motorbike show, then there was a car show, then there was like, what education should I get show, and then it's tattoo show, and it's the same, like, moms with their kids pushing their kids in strollers. They're like, oh, okay, tattoos, piercings, okay, whatever. Like, okay, maybe I want something. What's the deal? You tell them, like, oh, come on, give me cheaper. You're like, ugh.
That would be the difference with the big ones like London. Those guys they just, I have my flashes, pick one, that's the price.
That's lucky if you
take it
can
or
get to
leave it.
them, because there's some people which is like you would travel to the like other side of planet to get tattoo from that person. You would take like it would take you 3 years to wait, and then if you're lucky that they go to your city and you're like, oh, I can book with this guy, like it's.
Well, if you're a collector, yeah.
The big conventions, the popular conventions, is the place for, as a enthusiast, as a tattoo fan, collector, or who's just starting, you can really see the top end stuff. So like you have to observe and memorize, like this is how good tattoos look like.
Yeah, and you can talk with tattooers. Tattooers like
If they're not too busy.
Yeah, they don't mind to talk.
Some of them are like human almost.
Yeah, almost. But you know, you can talk with them about machines and what to get, what not to get, and
Also from the point of tattooist,
just don't come drunk and it should be fine. It's like for me, it's the place where I can get good machines.
Yeah, there's a lot of sales going
on. Not really.
No, but there's some decent sales place.
Maybe like underdogs which are good, they would like give you a better price, but more or less.
No, but sometimes it's just to see and touch and get that stuff.
Yeah, just to talk about it.
Or even with inks, sometimes it's like, you know, you can, in some countries you can buy this ink only in a kit.
Oh yeah.
But you go there, you're like, okay, can I have this?
Yeah.
So it's a good place where to spend money.
Yeah.
See good stuff.
Sketchbook,
We're talking the good
sketchbooks,
ones. Sketchbooks, t-shirts.
books, t-shirts.
Like, you know,
books,
sometimes
mainly
you're
books.
like, you like some tattooist work, but you're like, you don't have the time or the money to get tattoo, but you can be like, I'll get t-shirt because it's cool as well, you know.
I like conventions mostly because of the sketchbooks and, you know, chatting a bit.
Beep, beep. Okay, so them tattoo conventions from the point of view of tattoo artists. So, how do you find them if you are visiting them and after when you're working there?
When you work in conventions, for me, it's just a fun place to be and hang out with other tattooers. I don't feel that it's like, oh, I will go to a convention, okay, I'll pay for my booth, and that will be some sort of like commercial for me and
or a challenge to win the prize.
Yeah, somehow it will be. You will maybe be more recognizable. Like if you're really good, then of course it will. But if you at the beginning, I guess, just being average, your average day, like Infinity signed tattoo artist, then probably
look at it as a place where to meet people.
yeah. Well, for me, it's like that. Like this summer, we're going with the shop I work at. We're going to Lithuania, and it's not like we're going to have a lot of Lithuanian clients. We're just going there to meet Lithuanian friends,
to see how neighbors are doing.
Yeah, our braliukas, and just hang out, you know.
Which convention is that? The one that they're having.
Google it.
Lithuanians have alright conventions. They're very enthusiastic about it.
Like Juris will probably put a sign like
Beep.
here. Yeah.
Link in description maybe if I find it.
I think it's just the way you think about conventions. Like, if you want to be recognized, maybe yes, but for me, it's like just a place to hang out with fun people.
Yeah, I went a couple times to conventions with shops where like it was aimed to win prizes, but I think they did some and it was okay. But it's like,
and we won.
But like, it shouldn't be a reason to be upset that you didn't, because I think like if you, from the shop's perspective, you put yourself out there and you showed yourself already, like that prize is a bonus. If you don't go to conventions where they, like sometimes it's sketchy, because you know sometimes it's clear like best black and gray, best this, best that, and you're like, okay, this was best, that was best, that was best, but then it gets all like second place, third place, like enthusiastic place, best weird tattoo, best funky tattoo, and it's like, okay, so you want just people who pay you money, you just throw like them certificates with prizes, you're like, you're the best
It really
six.
depends on the guys who judging you. if people like neo-traditional more, you know, the
Yeah, but then it's also best neo-traditional, you know.
I went to I was lucky because the jury, or how do you call them, the one woman, like the one spot that always changes, the girl just liked more neo-traditional. So at that time I was in like a lot into neo-traditional, and it just so happened to be that.
So you won the prize. How had it changed your life? You're this.
Like,
Did you get all those people coming in and asking for
no,
you? Like,
no, that's the other thing.
is this the shop where Uldis with the prize works?
No, but that, like, it was in Manchester, I guess. It helped when I worked in London. Like, people like that stuff. Like, oh, he's like award-winning tattoo. But back in my place, it's like,
Yeah, same old guy. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like, for the cool kids, it's almost cooler not to take part in that
Because it's
prize winning. Yeah, it's like
before it was cool.
yeah, it's cooler to stay underground and be traditional as you can get, and you know, it's
I'm cool before it was cool.
yeah. Like tattooing is weird that way.
So after, as a shop, we went to convention. We had people coming to the shop, and they're like, "Oh, we saw your artist working there, and we would like to book with him because we like that work what we saw." And it didn't win an award or something, but as a shop,
In that case, it did work.
yeah, as a shop, we showed we have these guys doing these styles, and there was some people coming in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we went to convention, and it wasn't the big one. It was the small
London, baby.
convention, and people saw us, and it was cool. But like sometimes it's like some shops go to some weird conventions in weird places. They expect God knows what to
They
happen.
get weird clients.
Like it's not like there will be, you go from Germany to the furthest corner in Sweden, and somebody will see
No,
you.
but that's the thing. Like if you go anywhere in the planet, like Thailand convention, right? And there are right people to notice you. You make new style.
Yeah.
Like
But
the same.
I
our
see.
friend, like Andrei Straume. You just
Who's that?
okay. The vegan guy.
Oh yeah, I know him as a vegan. I didn't know he's
So
tattooing.
yeah, like the guy just
I learned about chicken butts from him,
yeah. The guy invented a new style, and that's
or at least popularized it. I don't know.
yeah, and that's really hard to do. And when you do stuff like that, and if you in a convention and showing off skills like that, which nobody's seen before, it blows people's minds, and like, oh shit, like I want to do that, because you know I seen traditional roses, I seen traditional blah 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 blah. Okay, the next guy who invented the neo-traditional, boom, he's famous, right? And
Yeah,
somehow
I mean
you
that
know,
guy does his kind of thing. Like,
he's solid. He's a good
if you
tattooer.
haven't seen that guy, slap yourself in the face and check him out, because you have to know what's going on. Yeah, but also I heard from tattooists which are not like specific in styles. They're doing like this alright realistic or alright whatever
just
style.
being okay.
Then like they're good in what they're doing. They're
Decent.
they're not the best. Maybe there's people who better, but they often go to those conventions where they have friends and all that. But you go to some small place, to convention, to some like, oh, this is the first
Yeah.
village's convention, and you just
How
just
much
go.
for this? How much for that?
Yeah, you just go, you pick up the prize, you come back home, you're like, okay, I have 15 of these.
But
Vimpels.
that's another way to go to conventions. Like I haven't. When I go to conventions, I have maybe one client. Like I know that there will be a guy, blah blah blah, wants a tattoo from me. But the other clients I have, they're usually just walk-ins, walk-ups, walk-bys, drive-bys. Because like I have some flashes and I have my price, this and that, where, boom, and that's it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I would like to go as a tattooist to a convention at some point when I feel that I have something to show. Just to go to a convention and be like, oh, I can do stuff, it's like, nah, I can also do stuff at shop, I think.
Yeah, it's not like I will go to a convention and I will blow people's minds.
As a piercer, I can go to convention and be all like, yeah, we use this type of jewelry and all
The
that.
other thing about conventions, they usually have seminars.
Yes,
That's
seminars.
a good thing.
Never stop learning.
Yes, yes. Even when you think that you know everything, you poo-poo face.
Yeah, sometimes
Very
there can be
cool
some
face.
simple stuff and you'll be like, oh, I can do this.
Okay,
That's
some
it.
seminars were like, duh.
Yeah, but don't
Obvious, but-
don't underestimate people, because not everyone knows everything. So some people can find it mind blowing that you find like, oh yeah, I knew it since day one. You know, not everyone have
Every
that
little bit
background.
helps.
Yeah. Tesco.
That's good.
Every little helps. That is it. I went to the piercing seminar. Like, not that I learned a lot of new stuff, but I learned a lot of new ways to look at the same thing that we all knew, and it was also kind of open discussion. Like, the guy explained his own stuff, like, because I was particularly interested only in that piercing thing. There were also like other people saying their own opinions and all that, and it was like I didn't learn maybe from the seminar as seminar, but from being there I learned a lot.
You weird. You weird. Piercers are weird.
What? Yeah, you know, the difference between piercers is like they listen to each other and that they want to learn, and tattooists are like, oh, everyone is scratcher who's not my friend.
Yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles, baby.
Okay.
Now the thing about piercers, like this guy, as a tattooer, I listened to his seminars and was like, we should have those. Like, from hygiene point of view, I learned from this guy more than from any other tattooer.
So, never stop learning.
Yes.
I mean, it's also like I work like with tattooists and all that, and sometimes they're like, you know, when it gets into like, this is not necessary, but then you're like, well, fuck off. Like, I feel comfortable working like this.
Even there's like 1% less. Even it's like maybe just a tiny little bit. Like, there's not even number percent that shit might get messy.
Might go down.
You should take care of it. You should put some protection on it. I don't know.
I think like I don't want to be responsible
Yeah.
if that might happen.
Yeah.
But that's the hygiene. But also like in tattooing, there's making designs. Like, you know what? There's all those things. Like even in seminars, like the flow and all that. And like there's so many people that don't understand. Like
The color composition, the flow, the fucking composition in itself, how it works with the body. Most calligraphy I learned. I went to I don't remember the name of conventions, but I went to the seminars and the people were just talking about the flow, not the actual fucking drawing, like just how it should go. And that for me was like, yeah, but I want to learn more like technique and stuff like that. But still, there was like little things that helped me.
Also, sometimes you see like, oh, this is awesome tattoo, but it's so randomly placed that it's like, why did you put that thing there?
Yeah.
If somebody was so focused on executing then that, and they just like, fuck it, I have space here, I'll put it there, and then like, okay, it's a good tattoo, but it's like, okay, random.
Stuff
And
like that.
that's when you learn.
Yeah.
You go to
Only-
seminars, you share experiences. So that's a good part of conventions, seminars.
Mostly meeting new people, meeting new tattooers, meeting new artists. That's what helps. Maybe even mistakes help, you know. I know.
And that's another thing, like I always said, like this industry don't have like that base standard.
What's the saying? We don't make disasters, but we make happy mistakes.
Maybe in your world. This industry don't have like school, you know. It's not like a law school.
Well,
or
now we
it's not-
have, but
Yeah, no, but it doesn't have like a state kind of standard. It have some enthusiasts who make money and stuff. So there's not like set standard, and there's so many schools and ways to learn. Like, I can imagine that Russian apprenticeship, German apprenticeship, Japanese and American apprenticeship is different story. And like, those people would meet and they would fight out like, no, this is it.
Yeah.
So on a convention, you meet all those people. On the seminars, you share opinions. If you get on with people, you keep on sharing on a global network. You become friends, you share experiences, and you become better tattooists. Ha!
Just keep on growing.
Yeah. Don't go to shitty conventions, because that would be like going to the...
No, go to shitty conventions as well. Because you know your enemy.
Oh, yeah. Don't, like, if you have a chance to visit big ones, go there, see what's the good shit. On your local ones, see what's the good shit there. On the really shitty... I haven't heard of... Okay, I heard of a convention fucking here in a bar. Like, I'm not talking like anything
Let's
about...
go. I want to go there.
I'm not
Is it
saying
now?
anything about artists, but like, from what I heard, it was more like drunk people being all like, oh, let me check it out, you know, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, see what you like, and if it's up to your standards, reach out to them people.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
You don't see wrong, man. Tattoo shop talks, friends. What conventions you have been to and which one's been your favorite one and what have you learned there? Leave a comment down below. There? Subscribe to the channel if you're first time here. Hit that like button. There's also a little bell next to it if you want to be updated with shit.
Yeah, we send you poo-poo in mail. You fucking...